Good afternoon. We're here today to introduce our first-round draft choice, Myles Turner. Obviously, we're very happy to have a young man of his caliber. He's, 7 foot. Very young player, but we think in the near future we're going to continue to watch his growth. He's a hard worker. He's dedicated to his sport, and we just feel like in the near future he's going to be something special for us.
Indiana, and I'm here now. Very excited to be part of this organization. Rich history, basketball country out here. I have a lot of family ties out here, and I'm just, willing to work. Just willing to, take my game to the next level, whatever it takes to get this program, rolling. Rolling more than what it already was, man. And just, I'm very excited to be part of this organization. The words can express.
Okay, guys. Yeah, just to echo what Larry said, we're really excited about what this young man can contribute to our team, both right away. Even though he is young, we feel like he can play for us this year and contribute for us this year. But his upside is just off the charts. And when you got a guy with really high character, a great work ethic, and all the physical tools to be special, it's something to be really excited about.
Questions, raise your hand. Bob.
Myles, what do you know about Indianapolis, and what are your family ties here?
So I have a lot of family in Fort Wayne, Indiana. A lot of my mom's side lives down there, and I really don't know much about Indianapolis, about the city itself. My first time coming here was when I worked out for them, last week really. But I mean, it's really actually a lot similar to Austin, just like going around. Just I know it's growing. It's becoming quite popular, so I'm excited to see what it's about.
Okay, thank you.
Great to see you all.
Myles, there's been a lot of discussion about the Pacers playing faster offensively, but what do you know about the Pacers system that they've used for the last few years and how they play the center and where you'll fit in that?
I feel like they've had more traditional posts in the past, with someone like Ian Mahinmi or Roy Hibbert and David West, not necessarily I guess what the league's transitioning into as far as playing more versatile bigs. I know it's been, kind of a grinded out defensive team as well. I know they're trying to, like you said, trying to implement a faster system to play for the future. I know a little bit. I don't know a lot, but I do intend on learning a lot more about the Indiana style of play.
You touched on this last night, but what are some of the things you think you need to grow, you need to improve on most as you move on in your career?
Just learning the details. Those are the big things that Coach Mars really got on me a lot about at Texas, whether it's footwork, defensive positioning, just all the stuff that I'm going to need to succeed at this level. I need to mature, of course, on and off the floor. Like Mr. Bird was saying, I'm young, but I don't think that'll hold me back whatsoever. I think my body's going to mature. I had a high level with the strength and conditioning coaches here, the physical therapists, everything. But those aspects I need to improve on.
If it's not too difficult, could you share the story about your the reasoning for 52?
Oh yeah, it's not that bad. One of my best friends in middle school, named Habram Rosario, he passed away with cancer. He had leukemia, and he was just such a hard worker on and off the floor. Like, he was really just a big role model in my life and a lot of people's life around me. And he was just such a great guy, just a great person. It was the time we were in 8th and 9th grade, but he was just he had maturity beyond his years. It was crazy. But he played basketball and football with me. I played 1 year of football. It was actually the worst year of my life. But we played together for quite some time, and I kind of wanted his legacy to live on through college, and let everybody know that he's still a part of me.
Why was that 1 year of football the worst year of your life?
He actually made it one of the worst years of my life. At the time, I was about 5'11", 6 foot. I'm gonna say maybe 130 pounds, and my coach, for whatever reason, decided to put me on the offensive line. So, yeah, I mean, if that doesn't speak for itself, I don't know what else does.
And then one last one. You said something interesting last night that sort of jumped out. You said until you took it serious, you played sports for fun.
Yeah.
And maybe in today's world of youth sports and such, nobody's allowed to play sports for fun anymore once they're pretty good at something. Does that translate now? Has that do you still carry that joy of, sport with you through this, as opposed to a lot of people that get into this machine and get chewed up and spit out?
Yes, sir. You have to. You have to have fun with the process, the game itself, working out. Like, if you don't have fun with it, you don't enjoy it, you're never going to be successful with it. If you don't put everything you have into it, your heart and soul into it, you're just going through the motions. If you don't get that rush of going out there and just competing and just locking someone up or just like hitting a big shot, I don't know why you'd play in the first place.
And Myles, can you tell us a little bit about your family?
All right, so I live with both my parents. My mom is originally from New London, Connecticut, but she was raised in Fort Wayne until about age 15, 16, I believe. And then she moved to Texas for her last year of high school. And she's very independent. She's been working since she was 13 years old by herself. She's been providing for herself since she was about 13 years old as well. And that's kind of where I feel like I got my hard work, my attitude towards working from. And my father is originally from Queens in New York. He was up there until about roughly the same time, 16, 17 years old, and he came down for his last couple years he did all his years of high school in New York, and he came down to live when he was about 19, 20. They met through my grandmother, my dad's side. My mom actually had worked for my dad's mom, and she was like, "Oh, I have a son your age. You guys should probably, link up sometime, meet sometime." So, I started hanging out and stuff like that. So, and then they just hit it off, and then eventually, they got married. Had 2 kids. Now I have a little sister as well named Maya. She's like she's 12 years old, and she's growing like crazy, man. I think she wears like a size 13 shoe. She's like 5'9", 5'10". It's actually crazy. A couple of weeks ago, my mom's about 5'7", and my sister went to bed and she was, "Mom, my back's bothering me, and it's starting to hurt." And she was like, "All right, just take some Advil, Tylenol, or whatever, just go to sleep." So she went to sleep. She woke up the next morning. She was taller than my mom. It was ridiculous. It just happened like 2 weeks. And I don't know, but her back. Well, thankfully her back didn't hurt anymore. So
We expect Myles to be 7'2" by next year.
That's what we need a 27-page report on.
27 page. So.